Hey guys, Lindsay here. So it is a Monday, and we are here to talk about our wonderful forecast this week. Now, there's a couple of little tiny hiccups, but for the most part, this is a really nice week. Every single day you see here, basically in the 70s. So we finally are getting back to our 70s trend. Our dew points are on the lower side. You see towards the right of your screen there. It looks good. We do have some minor rain chances. I'm going to show you some of those. These come with a stationary boundary. This would be happening Tuesday night going into Wednesday. So I'm looking at the 12Z H-trip weather model here. You can see that boundary kind of setting up right here on Tuesday morning. By the afternoon, yeah, I think we could get a couple little tiny isolated showers overnight, maybe a little bit left over lingering into Wednesday morning. And then right here, this could be where we see the potential of like a midday pop up. But there's a lot of dry air in place. And those two lines of temperature and dews don't really come together to show me that we have good, consistent rain chances. I mean, I would say at this point, we have not a lot of moisture to play with. I mean, we have dew points in the 40s. I mean, that's pretty dang low. Later on, yeah, upper 30s, low 40s. I mean, that is like ridiculously dry. So I just don't see us really having a good opportunity of rain, but I'm just putting it in my forecast so that we can see it. And then once we get to the weekend, I do want to highlight, yes, we're jumping to the weekend. There are some model discrepancies. So here we are, and we're looking at Tuesday. I think Wednesday, mid 70s, Thursday, mid 70s again. And then Friday, I do think we have a run for 80s. I've been talking about this for weeks now that I knew we weren't done with those 80s just yet. You see them right here. Saturday, I think we could make another run at 80s. Sunday, while the GFS does highlight highs in those upper 70s and low 80s, if we look at the European weather model at the same time, significantly cooler. So what is going on there? Well, there's a big thing happening. The European weather model really wants to bring us an area of low pressure in the upper levels. See that right there? That little green bullseye. The GFS does not have that. The European does. So for now, in the forecast, I'm going to dip Sunday a little bit down to about 73. And then Friday and Saturday, I'm going to keep us closer to that 80-degree mark. I think we'll easily make it there. But this upper level low could swing around not only cooler temperatures, but also it can affect if we can get some rain chances as well. So I'm just going to be watching how this upper level low evolves. It may just go to the East Coast. It depends on what happens on the East Coast. If we have any tropical systems that like up here that help to bump it up, we have this ridging right here, which is bumping it towards us. But then we also have weather systems to the west, like this high pressure system here that could bump it east. So this is where you use your experience in forecasting on how these systems behave. Upper level lows are very notorious for not behaving. So I'm going to keep a close eye on it. Not going to call it at this point anything else. The only other thing I want to highlight today is about hurricanes. I've been watching the potential of some hurricanes in the Atlantic, and that one that I thought was going to be Fernand didn't actually end up forming. As you can see here, there's nothing here. However, Kiko still impacting areas near Hawaii. Now, the good news is this track has taken it a little bit further north of the island. So we're not talking about direct impacts here. However, we're talking about the potential of some dangerous, rip currents and swells due to how this hurricane is oriented. So it is something to keep in mind for those folks that are over there. Obviously, not impacting them directly, but there's a lot of other indirect impacts. So, all right, guys, you have a good Monday. I will see you tomorrow.